all you pioneers out there. Commander Kingfish here, and I am back in Satisfactory 1.0, and as you can see, things have changed. Things have changed somewhat. I have relocated. My hub is up on the platform now, so that's all set up here. My workbench, equipment workshop is right here off to this side, and I may move this one around. I'm not sure about that. And as you can see, I've built around the space elevator, and so that's in there. And I've also got the MAM up here. It's right here. And I've also got the awesome shop and the awesome sink all set up here. The other thing I've done is I've moved one of my processors, one of my manufacturers. You run over here real quick. The manufacturer that was down below, right down here, I've moved it up and it's working over there now. Again, that one is all set up manually and I'm just feeding the parts into it, so it may not stay there, but right now it's at least working and creating some of the parts that I need for the phase 4. So that's all in. But you can see I've got the platform built all the way out to this point, and my steel production is just right up there. So we're going to at some point be getting this built over towards there, and then I might move some of that stuff down because that is really a bit of a cluster up there for sure. And so what I might do is adjust some of that, and then like I got the motors and stuff coming all the way down here, so I've got more stuff that I can move up here like that. I want to move that up here as well. So but that's for a later day. So now my objective, well, we don't have any research to do today. I just don't have the stuff to be able to do the next sets of research. So I've got to produce it or find more stuff to do that with. Anyway, so what today is, I have to get more oil production going so I can start building different parts. And one more point, I've kind of run into a bit of a problem. I was hoping to be able to extend this on out, but wouldn't you know it, the refineries, or the miners, are just a little too tall. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is just kind of building in around them, just kind of like I did with the space elevator. And then I'll just put rails up and around, like I've done over here on the other one over here. So today's objective is to get oil. And I've got electricity out to the end of the platform down here. I'm probably going to have to build a tractor up here at some point so that I can get around, or maybe one of those explorers, which I had promised I was going to do, but I didn't do it yet. Actually, let's just see something here. Hit Q. It should be under transportation. Explorer. So that takes crystal oscillators. They're not too bad to build. I'll try to build one of those for the next episode, and maybe that's what I can run around in up here. All right, let's get down here to the end, and you can kind of see what I've got built out. I have the ability to expand out this way if I need be, and we certainly will be expanding out this way because I need to be able to get up above to get that bauxite. That's going to be a thorn in my side for sure. So let's get down to the end down here where we know that those oil fields are, those oil patches. And like I said, my plan for today is to at least get the oil extractors in and have them up here pumping oil. I'm going to set up 3 different lines because there's 3 different oil patches down here, and I'm going to set up 3 different tanks to be able to bring those over here and pump those up. Now, the ultimate goal today is to not die at the hands of the alien fauna. So I think the first thing we're going to start with is I need to set up the tanks. And since I'm not going to be processing right away, I'm going to set up an awful lot of oil reserves organizations. We're going to set up 2 for each one. So I think something about right there. Let's put that on hold. And I think that's good, actually, because that'll give us a little bit of room when we bring the pipes up to work with. So let's go ahead and put that in right there. So that is 1. And then let's all right, let's put that on hold. That should be lined up there, and I suspect we can come in at least a couple right there. So let's do that. Let's put that one in right there. Now, the other thing I need to do is hook those up, and let's go to logistics. We're going to use MK2. Put that in right to there, to there. All right, so that one's hooked up. And we're not going to have an output yet. So let's do that. Now, let's see if we can get another one in. All right, Q, let's go to our organization. Let's grab one of these. And let's just put that on hold and see what we got here. That's pretty well lined up there. Yep. Since it's all lined up with it, and that gives us a little bit of room in between. And then that's still going to give us room to put our one over here. So let's go ahead and build that. And then let's all right, let's put that on hold. Let's see how that all lines up. Yeah, I think it's good. That is lined up with that, and then it's lined up with that one over there. So let's put that into place. And I know I could do my hotbar. Actually, let's do the hotbar. I should 4, 3, 2, 3. All right, let's get our pipes down here. Now, if we go to Q, oh, dang it. I wanted to. Okay, where'd my hotbar go? You're not gonna let me put that in my hotbar? I guess not. All right, well, let's connect that up. Connect that right there. We're going to get a lot of oil stored up, which is what I really should have done over on the other one. Get that oil stored up. So let's go back into Q, and let's get back over to our organization and grab 2 more of these. Let's put that right there. And let's see if we can kind of keep that fairly close to what we had over here, it looks like. We nudge it over this way once. And if we look at that, yeah, I think that's pretty close right there. So let's build that right there. And let's get out over here on the side. And let's see if we can get this other one in. And that is lined up, so let's put that on hold right there. And we need up, wrong way. And that should be lined up there. I can see the line, so go ahead and put that in. And then let's connect this up to the right pipe. Logistics, MK2. And connect that in right there, just like that. All right. So now we've got our tanks set up. Let's get out of this. All right. So I've got a set of stairs in right over here. I got to do a little bit of work here because it's got a little bit of got to jump, and so I wasn't able to get that to connect up the way I wanted to, but I'll fix that at some point. The other thing I wanted to see is I have like those, not spitters, but they are like the beehive looking things that open up and shoot out. They're kind of like a hive, and it was right there in and underneath this platform. And so I took it out, so hopefully it's not going to respawn back in there since I've got that built up and over there. But I do have those guys down there, and they could be a problem. They're guarding that one. So let's see if we can get the first one out. We're going to kind of have to take it one at a time. Oh boy. All right. Woo. He was a tough one. Got him out of the way though. And let's get our health back, and we might as well grab this Mercer spear.
Look through the window and witness a threat.
Yeah, okay, look through the window. All right, E, let's collect it. All right.
The voiceless effigy creates bodies in airwaves but does not notice the shore. Is our melody not beautiful?
Detecting abnormal brainwave activity again. Activating artificial brainwave resonator.
Your shallow song has no rhythm. The river erodes our temples without prayers and washes away our scripture without deepening. Consume.
I believe this is one of those moments where the scientist would yell, "Eureka!" But that seems entirely too dramatic. It seems they are somehow organically emulating human speech. Fascinating. Continue exposing yourself to alien artifacts.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks, Ada. Glad we clarified that for sure. All right. So let's see. I think let's see what we got right over here. There should be one, yeah, right over here. And let's see if we can find it. should be able to see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, great. There's two of these guys. Uh-oh. All right. Let's see if we can, where's he at? Not happy. That's for sure. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Come on. Let's see if we can, hold still. I don't want to end up, oh, dang. Come on back. I think that's... Oh, that was a direct hit. Okay. Got him. All right, he's out of the way. There's that one. There was another one down there. Where did he go? Oh, he's over there. All right, here he comes. Oh, dang it. Hold still now. There's one. Where did he go? Oh, right down there. Hold still. Get a shot off. There's two, I think. I better juice back up here a little bit. All right. Where did he go? Did I get him? Oh, I think I got him with that last one. All right. Grab that, and then there should be one over here. Okay. Now, let's... Hopefully there's nothing out here. Oh, there's that thing over there, but... So, there's our tanks. So maybe we can put that in right here and then come right straight out and then around. All right, so let's get this stuff out of the way. All right, clear a path. All right, that looks pretty good. And we should be able to aim that right straight out. All right, so let's go to production, our oil extractor. And let's turn that so it's facing this away. I think the other thing I got to do is get power down here. All right, well, let's start with the pipes. Let's bring those, get it, those logistics. All right. Look out, big guy. Yeah, I know that's too far. If we come right straight out to here, maybe swing over just a little bit. Something about like that. And if we can start turning it. And we'll put this one on the farthest right. So I think if we go right here, that'll be good. Yeah, this is the Mark II pipe, so hopefully this is going to pump faster. I think if that's staying in a fairly straight line. Was there, right there. Okay. Let's come a little farther. Might as well bring it out as far as we can. Let's see if we can kind of keep it fairly straight. Right there. Okay. Looks pretty good. So I need to be able to... All right, let's take this thing out of the way so it's not going to be bothering us. Come on. There we go. All right. Now let's see something here. I've got to figure out, because I'm going to have to use a pump. This pump is going to look like this. Oh, this needs electricity too. So it's going to pump. I need it to pump straight up. That turns it that way. I got to figure out how to make it turn up. I don't, I need to turn it upside down. Oh, you know, I wonder. I think what I'm going to have to do is probably put in a T-junction. All right, so if we put in, we come over here. What if we put a, let's go and put in a T-junction. These things, oh, I still, you know what, I need to turn these to where they're going straight up. And I don't know how to do that. Rotate, so that's scroll up and down, snap. Let's see, close, hide HUD. All right, that brings that up. I am going to have to put one of these in. Well, I tell you what, I'll catch back up with you once I figure out how to set these on in so I can pump straight up the hill. Well, I don't know if I got this thing to work properly or not, but we're going to give it a try here. I need to get electricity down, so we're going to do that right now. I did get a pump on there. I couldn't put another pump on, so I'm hoping that the one pump is enough to get that uphill. If not, then I've got figuring out a whole new process here. And let's bring this electrical line down right. Let's see, because I am going to have another set of stuff that's going to be coming through. And let's see, how do I want to do that? I bring that, let's take this tree out. And then maybe we just bring that line right down to here. We should be able to reach that, so let's, one, there we go. I'm just going to put it in right about here. I think should be good. Now let's see if we can get it to connect. All right, good enough. All right, let's, now we're going to have to put in, let's see how far down we can run this. We'll take it as far as we can. And that's as far as we can go right here. So let's just make sure we're not, maybe somewhere about right there will do that. Then we need to come down here because this is going to this requires electricity as well. So let's see if we can just kind of get both of those right about here. That's good. Now let's see if this will connect into there, and it does. And then let's all right, let's see what happens. Let's see if we get oil all the way up. And there we go. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. There we go. All right, is it started? All right, I got oil coming through here. All right. And this is pumping. Let's see. Recommended max head lift 50 meters. Flow rate. Well, this is pumping. Let's see. And let's run up. I hope I did that right. It was the commander's own brand of ingenuity, which a lot of people might refer to it as redneck. And I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff. All right, I see oil to there. And I see oil coming in here. All right, let's see how we're doing. It is slowly getting oil into there. I think it's working. Might have to take some time, but that's the idea, is that hopefully we can get enough oil coming up through here to have these two full all the time. Oh, you know what? It's draining out of here because it's probably going over into this one over here. Yeah. So let's see how this is doing. It shouldn't have a drain rate. I don't know why that's showing it's draining, but it's not. So it looks like it is starting to fill up. I hope it is. So we don't have it draining into anything. All right, well, there's that. So I guess the next thing what we're going to do is see if we can't go get those next two patches of oil in place. And let's see what kind of threat we're going to have to deal with. I see one of those stinger firefly bug thingies right there. I like to call them a hornet's nest. And so while that one's pumping, let's see if we can at least get the refineries or the extractors set up. So we're going to have to come over here and let's Let's just beat the tar out of this thing right here. Uh-oh. All kinds of stuff around here. All right, let's get out of here. And let's have some burl nuts. And let's come over here and let's see if we can beat the tar out of this one. All right, get out of there. Oh, those things, uh-oh. All right. All right, he's down. Let's grab that. Let's eat some burl nuts. That wasn't too bad. 2 shots. And we're going to have to run over here. And that's got him out of there. And we should have another carcass to pick up over here. And this is one of our oil patches. And oh, this is water here. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw a we should have 2. This should pick up right away. Yep, that's that one. And then there's that one, and then that's the one that we've already got. So there's another one out over there. So let's go ahead and set up. We want this refinery. We can kind of point it straight at. Let's see what it says. Pure oil. That's good. Let's go ahead and get production set up. Oil extractor. Probably off in that direction is good. So we can go ahead and get that set up. Now let's go find that other one. Let's see what all we got out here. I didn't think it was an island, but maybe it is. Yeah, it looks like it is an island. We're gonna have to walk over. Well, I don't recall if there was anything on this island. I do see one of those wasp nests. And ooh. Come on, where's my burl nuts? I need to eat. I need to eat. He's a little bit bigger. Where is he? Oh, that was a damn direct hit. Oh, come on. I think I got him. I did. All right. He was one of the bigger ones. But we've got our oil. I think there's a carcass over here. And is that a... Oh, there's 2 more over there. We don't want to mess with those guys. I'm kind of enough of that. But I want to see, is that a node? Oh, that's just a crystal thing. All right. So we are going to plop down another oil extractor. And I think that is probably a good direction. I think that works. And here's what we should do while we're here. Let's go ahead and start putting our pipes in. Let's get to logistics. And I think we just kind of put that in right there like that. And I don't know if we maybe part way through. There we go. All right. Now, I don't know if we can reach it from over here. I hope so. Probably should have carried that one out a little bit farther. Yeah. Let's do it like this. Come back over here. And let's extend this pipe out a little bit farther. If we do something like this. Actually, I know what we should do. Let's take this out. Take that out. And let's do, well, you know what? All right, let's go back in there. Let's just do what we were going to do. Let's see how far out we can go. That's about as far as we can get. Let's do that. Okay. Hopefully we can reach that now. I think so. All right, good. We should be able to. So let's connect that up. And that's... Okay. And then let's get over here. And we're probably going to have to put our valve in. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and put this one in right here. Because I got to set the valve up for, or not the valve, but the pump. So let's do this. Q. Let's get the pump hooked in. See, I don't understand why the T-junction and these, you've got to sit here and do this. Now, unless I'm supposed to put a block down and set it up on top of the block, but I think if we do that, and then we go ahead and hook this into here. And I think we're going to hold it right there. So let's go ahead and do this. We're already running out of time today. Let's just go and see how our oil is doing. Let's see if we're actually, before we get too carried away. It seems to be pumping. And all right. Hopefully these tanks are filling up. Seems to be pumping away here. Let's see how we've done. Oh, we got some in there. Ever so slowly it's going to fill up. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. But I think if we get these 2 tanks full, then we should be able to kind of do what we need to do. I just hope that that's going to work. You know what let's do one more thing before we call it good today. I think that if we do this, which we probably should do to all 3 of these, let's see what happens. I can let's see if we can't bump these all the way up to max. So that should give us a much faster flow rate. And that is flowing. So we've overclocked it. Hopefully that has helped. So it's pushing over into the blue. Okay. This was a normal patch. And let's see what this pump is doing. It seems to be pumping. I guess my flow rate is right about that 300 mark. So it's got a head lift of 31. So the max head lift is 50 meters. So I should be good. All right. Well, let's go back up and take one more look. And this area is going to get cleaned up. I'll try to do a little bit better since we've got the stairs. And so I don't know how long it takes for these to get up here, but we can configure this. So our flow rate up here is certainly, so this is full. So it is pushing it through. So yeah, we're starting to get that. So these pipes are full. All right, so I think that's important. Oh, and then this one's getting filled up. All right, so let's see. So now this one should be getting filled up. And it is. So they're slowly getting filled up. All right. Well, I think we've made some progress today. This is one of the things I wanted to get going because we need to start making some different parts out of the oil. And so by getting these set up here, we should be able to start creating those parts because we've got the other one that's producing plastics and rubber. And so I think this one we're going to use for, let's just take a quick peek here. If we go to parts, I think it's some of this stuff, like this polymer resin. We need to be able to make that. So it's going to create fuel as well as polymer resin. Now we'll just go ahead and store this fuel. And I am not going to try to use the fuel for power. I've got that going and it's kind of hit and miss. It's not as well as I thought it would work. So let's see, what else is there? So I think there's the rubber. Let's just go to crude oil and then that will show us what We've got oil heavy residue. Where is the crude oil? Here it is. All right, so crude oil, we can unpackaged oil, can make, I guess, packaged oil. We can make plastic, polymer resin, and then really kind of the packaged oil. So it's polymer resin, and this fuel will save it up. So, okay. Well, I've rambled on enough right there. It's time to call this video good. I think we've made progress. We didn't die. That was a big thing today. And you got to see the infrastructure getting changed drastically over there by the main hub and base. So I think it's going to look pretty good. And I think our system's going to start working a little bit better. So I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the video. And please subscribe. That will really help out the channel. All right, all you pioneers out there, keep those efficient production lines going so Ada will stay happy. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.